Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
How are you this evening? So we meet again after the 83. Yeah, I wish you happy 83. So this evening we are going to talk about managing performance throughout the year. Yeah? So it is this topic will be placed by your friend Adele. Yeah, Adelia. So before we start our discussion, please you must give the opening remarks for this course based from Alliance.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm in a good condition today, and I hope all of you in a good condition too. So for today's discussion, we will discuss about Chapter 7, Managing Performance Throughout the Year, which in this chapter we will discuss about managing performance as a series of process of monitoring, measuring, and evaluation of employee performance in organization, which is done to ensure that goals have been carried out effectively and efficiently based on employee performance. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, please, Jackie.
Okay. Hello. Good evening, everyone and sir. So for today, I'm in a good condition. I'm at my home right now, and for today's discussion, we are going to talk about the chapter 7, managing performance throughout a year. So in this chapter, we are going to talk about the continuous process of performance management, and then we talk about the updating objective and work plans, and managing continuous learning, which is one of the important things in performance management. So that's all. Thank you.
Okay, please, Fadila Rizky Amelia.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rizky Amelia. So now I'm in good condition, and in this class today we are gonna talk about managing performance throughout a year. Kuliah. Nggak. Ngapa? In this capture, we are gonna talk about perhaps on one of the most important concept of performance management is there is a continuous process that reflects normal good management practices of setting direction, monitoring, and measuring performance and taking action accordingly. That's all from me. Thank you, sir.
Okay, please. Delpia Putih Aspasya, please.
Yes, sir. So my name is Delphia Putri Aspasya. Today I'm in a good condition. And I hope you all in a good condition too. So today we're going to talk about managing performance throughout the year. So it is about a continuous process of we set the performance and to analyze the outcomes, so that we have to know that measuring performance is important because day by day it is always there's a revolution, there's always a new things, a new knowledge to set performance. I think that's all from me about the managing performance. Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome. Adelia, please.
Hello, sir, and everyone. I'm Alvina Adelia. I'm in good condition right now. So tonight we will learn about chapter 7 is managing performance throughout the year, also called continuous performance. So in my opinion, continuous performance management is a modern human-centered approach to promoting, evaluating, and also improving employees' performance day by day or year by year. Thank you.
Okay, so okay, let's start our discussion. Please, at least Adelia, take your time to lead the discussion. Time is just Adelia, please.
Okay, thank you, sir, for the time. Hello, my friends. Right now, we will learn about chapter 7 about managing performance throughout a year. I think you guys already know what the definition of managing performance throughout a year, and like what the concept of what the material that we will learn. So I think we just make it shortly, and we are going to the first question. So the first question is define what is managing performance.
May I?
Yeah. Okay, Adrian.
So define what is managing performance. So in my opinion, managing performance is an activities that done by company with main purpose to ensure that the performance of human resource in organization is carried out well accordingly with the standard and objectives that the organization already set. It can be said that managing a performance is a series of process from monitoring, measuring, evaluating of each human resource performance in organization.
Okay, thank you, Adrian, for the answer. I think who's gonna answer again for the question number 1?
Maybe I want to try. So
Yeah, go on, Zakia.
so my answer might be similar to what Adrian said. Yes, it is a continuous process of ensuring that employees are achieving their goals and objectives in a way that is aligned with the overall goals and objective of the organization. It is involved in setting clear expectation for what is expected of the employees, providing feedback and coaching to help them improve their performance and evaluating their progress and result. With effective performance management, it is required managers to establish clear goals and objectives, provide an ongoing feedback and support the employees, and regularly review and evaluate performance against established benchmark. It involves identifying opportunities for development and growth and providing the necessary resource and training to help employees improve their skills and capability. So it is about creating a culture of accountability and continuous improvement where employees are empowered to take ownership of their work and motivated to achieve their full potential along with achieving the goals of the company. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Zakia, for the answer. So I think we can going to the second question. The second question is, what is one of the most important concept of performance management? Who's gonna answer this question? Anyone?
Maybe I could.
Yeah, Zakia, go on.
So one of the most important concept of performance management is continuous improvement, or it's quite similar to continuous process. So continuous improvement involve ongoing process of identifying areas of for improvement, like setting goals for improvement and taking action to make progress toward those goals. It is a proactive approach to performance management that focus on learning and growth rather than just evaluating performance. So by focusing on continuous improvement, organization can create a culture of learning and growth where employees are motivated to develop new skills and improve their performance, where the organization as a whole is able to adapt and thrive in an ever-changing business environment. So with the continuous improvement, not only that the employees were able to grow, that growth will help the organization too in whatever work first there. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Zakia. Anyone want to add the answer for the question number 2? Okay, since no one want to add, we are going to the next question. So the next question is mention and explain shortly about updating objective and work plans in managing performance.
May I?
Yeah, Fadila, go on.
Okay, for the question number 3, agreement and plan in the performance of workers are important to establish and update. New work demands and situations that arise result in the need for making new provisions to change goals or work plan. There are several important things that can be considered in making new provisions. The first one is discuss what the job holder has done and accomplished, and then the second one is identify any deficiencies in achieving objective or meeting standards, and then the third one is establish a reason for any deficiencies, in particular examine changes in the circumstance in which the work is performed, in identify new demands and pressures, and then approve any necessary change to goals and work plans in response to changing circumstance, and the last one is approve any action required by individuals or managers to improve the performance. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Fadila, for the answers. Does anyone want to answer this question? Okay, if no one answer, so we are going to the next question. The next question, the question number 4. In your opinion, what are the best ways to measure and manage employee performance? Want to answer this question? Okay. Since no one answer this question, so I will answer this question. So there are several best ways to measure and manage employee performance, including the first one, we have to setting clear goals and also the expectation, like providing employees with a clear and specific goals and also the expectation helps them to ensure that they understand what is expected of them and what they need to achieve in the company or in the organization. And then the second one, the second of best ways is providing regular feedback. Like providing regular feedback helps employees also to understand how they are performing, like what they are doing well or not well, and where they need to improve, like which skill they need to improve. And then I think the third way is conducting performance reviews. After we make setting clear goals and also the expectation, and also we providing regular feedback, I think conducting performance reviews is one of the best way to measure and manage employee performance also. Maybe there's another opinion from you guys from this for this question.
I want to try.
Okay, go on, Zakia.
So, there are many ways to measure and manage employees' performance, but there are not really a specific best way. But there are practices that could, help in ways to measure and manage employees. The first one is setting clear expectation. So managers should set clear expectation for employees' performance. It is include specific goals and metric. This would help employees understand what it is expected of them, what they need to achieve to be successful. And then the managers should provide regular feedback to employees. It include both positive reinforcement and constructive criticism. This will help employees understand how they are performing and where they can improve. And then after that, the managers could use objective metrics to measure the employees' performance, such as the sales figures, customer satisfaction ratings, and productive measures. This help ensure that performance evaluation are fair and unbiased. And then they need to encourage self-assessment so that they can identify areas of improvement for themselves. Like the employees should able to know and identify the areas that they could improve for themselves. So this helped them to take ownership of their development and encourage culture of continuous improvement. And then they need to offer development opportunities, like to employees. They should offer training, coaching, and mentoring which help the employees develop new skills and grow in their roles. And then they should recognizing and rewarding performance, and then conducting regular performance reviews, and so on. That's all for my opinion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Zakia, for the answer. Now we are going to the next question. So the next question is number 5, give an example of a company problem throughout the years. Maybe you guys have some opinion or have some like experience from your parents or someone else, like the company that having a problem. Maybe you can share in here.
May I answer the question?
Yeah, Delphia, you can.
Okay, so I think the problem that companies face throughout the year is sometimes in a hospital, it is about the allocations of the people, where people in a different part of the hospital that work too much or overwork. It is about the workload. It is about they carry the whole responsibility, but it is also have to be allocation well by the managers. Sometimes they work very hard so that they feel exhausted or they feel tired, and it can cause a burnout. It can be a problem for them, so it increases their performance. It is a serious problem when the manager do not see the potential of the people, so that the managers sometimes don't know about the problems in each part of the hospital, so they don't know how to allocate their workers. But I think the number of people that work in some part of the hospital should be allocated very well. It is about we taking a responsibility about people's lives. So it's about they don't know the value. They don't know how to make their workers stay motivated, or they don't know the situation, the real situation of the workers. And I think this problem should be fixed by the hospital's managers, so that they have to learn about that a person only can take care of one person as their patient. They sometimes they taking care of the whole people in that part of the hospital. I think that is too much. It can cause a burnout. And the other problem that company face, maybe it is about they sometimes putting people a different people, the wrong people in the wrong position. It can cause a problem because managers should know about the potential, about their capacity, their capability, the workers' capability. So we have to make sure that we put the right person in the right place. But the fact that every company is still facing the wrong job desk of the workers, so that they can work properly, they cannot being growth, and they cannot motivate it in that company. And I think managers should taking care of that problem very well, because it has always happened day by day, year by year, and without a solutions, so that it can always be a problem. I think that's all from me. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Delphia, for the answer. Is there anyone want to add the answer for the question number 5? If no one, so we will jump to the next question. Okay, so we will go into the next question, number 6. In your opinion, is feedback is important or not for measuring company performance? Just in your opinion.
May I?
Yeah, Adrian, go.
So, in my opinion, I think feedback is very important because feedback is a critical component of a successful performance management program. And this should be used in a conjunction with a setting performance goal. If effective feedback is given to employee on their progress toward their goal, employee performance will be improved. Feedback can actually motivate employee to perform better. Employee like to feel value and appreciate being asked to provide feedback, and that can help to formulate a business decision. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Adrian, for the answer. Number 6. Is there anyone want to add the answers? Okay, if no one, so I think we are going to the last question, number 7. So the last question is, I put one of the video and kindly watch this video and explain what can you learn by watching the video above. So who's gonna answer first for the question, for the last question?
Maybe I could try.
Yeah. Okay, Zakia.
So the video titled performance management. So it's basically explain that performance management is a continuous process. It is a good performance management system helps in improving the performance of the overall organization. So the performance management is important to help the organization, and that it performance management start with the planning. So organizational objective are assigned to the teams and further cascade to individuals, employees in discussion with their respective managers. So in these videos, what I take is that in the organization, there first they make plans. The plannings is actually decided or makes by the with there are specific teams in organization that makes planning, and then that teams will then share the plan with the managers, and then the managers will then discuss it with the employees, like having an agreement or some sort of that. This provide complete alignment for every employees with the organization goals. Employees face a lot of important tasks every day. So it could be an urgent meetings, analysis of historic data, and so on. So this could be time consuming and might distract the employees from their defined roles and responsibility, having the right objective. So with having a right objective, help the employees keep their focus. So after planning, they go on to the developing. So in this stage, the manager and the employees work together to address the hurdles in achieving the objective they define in the plan stage. This could be in form of additional training or skills development, tools, new project assignment, or etc. So after planning, they develop the plan. Like for example, they plan to rise the production rates. So to rise the production rates, what do they need? Like training or etc. And this is what they do in the development stage. And then after that, we've got to the review stage. So basically, they say that if the planning and the development stage are good, the review stage will be easy because with the good plan and good development action, the review will be good. So that is the that what I've got from the video. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Zakia, for the answer and for telling us what you got from the video. Is there anyone want to share their opinion about the video? Okay, if there is no one, so the discussion session I think already end, because the last question is the closing question from me, and I give it back to Mr. Adi Mursalin, and then also thank you for being active in this discussion.
Okay, thank you. So we have talked about chapter 7. Yeah, so every student must give the conclusion of this chapter. So from Jackie, what is the conclusion? What is your conclusion after having the discussion on chapter 7? Hello, Jackie.
hello. So the conclusion is managing performance is a continuous process which is very important in organization. It is very important because it assures that employees are achieving their goals and objective in a way that is same way with the organizational goals. So not only that the employees could achieve their goals, they also help the organization to achieve their goals. So in managing performance, there are ways to measure and manage employees' performance. The managers could set clear expectation, provide regular feedback, and then encourage self-assessment, and etc. And then there are feedback also, which is very important in measuring companies' performance. It can come from various sources like customer, employees, stakeholders, and industry experts. Feedback is very important because it helps provide valuable data about the company's strengths and weakness. It also helps to identify areas for improvement, whether the employees or the organization. So that's it. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, good. And about Adrian, what is your conclusion?
So I think in conclusion for today's discussion for chapter 7 about managing performance throughout a year is managing performance is an activities or a series of activities that done by company with a main purpose to ensure that the performance of human resource in organization is carried out well. So it is done to optimize employee productivity through goal setting, work evaluation, and reward to achieve organization success. And I think there is a best way to measure and manage employee performance. For example, like the first, we need to set clear expectation and individual goals. And next one, we gonna invest in employee development, and then we perform regular employee evaluation, and then we give them motivation and give them a feedback, and it can involve reward and recognition by company if it's applicable. And I think feedback is very important because it's a critical component of a successful performance management program, and should be used in conjunction with a setting performance goal. I think with effective feedback is given to employee, it can motivate employee to perform better, and employee can feel value and appreciate. I think that's all, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good. And how about Fatima? Fatima Zara.
Halo, Sir.
Halo.
Assalamualaikum. Minal izin, Sir. Selamat Lebaran.
Sama happy Fitri ya.
Yeah. So I think my answer will be pretty much the same with the others. I think from this chapter we could learn why performance management is important, because it allows us an organization to create highly productive and motivate employee by carefully cultivating the right people based on their strength and enhancing their organizational experience. And yeah, I think that's all from me. Thank you, sir.
Fadila Rizky Amelia.
Yes, sir. So the conclusion from me for this capture is, this capture is really important to managers who will be encouraged to consider how to accommodate the need for regular dialogue within the established pattern to briefing team of or group meetings or project review meetings. In addition to collective meetings, manager may have regular one-to-one meetings with their staff. If for this capture, performance management is to be effective. There needs to be a continued agenda through these regular meetings to ensure that good progress is being made towards achieving the objective, a grade for each key result area. That's all from me, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Delvia Putih Spasya. Hello, Delvia.
Yes, sir. Okay, so my conclusion is perform the continuous performance management is a cyclical process that happens over and over again throughout the year. So it is the cycle involves planning, setting goals and expectations, and then it is a process that takes place throughout the year on an ongoing basis. So it is a continual holistic process as opposed to those based on a traditional on one-off annual appraisal. And there are 5 stages of performance management. It is a planning, monitoring, developing, grading, and rewarding. So um, I think this is very important to know. So managers should know how to monitor performance and productivity. So we have to sit with each other team member and either set individual, departmental, or team-wide goals. So these targets not only show you how productive everyone is, depending on if they reach the goals, but it's also on an easy way to motivate everyone. I think that's all from me, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so after watching you discuss it, yeah, so I think we can have some tip, yeah, general tip how to manage performance of a year. So if you see a manager having difficulty in managing the performance, yeah, so you can suggest some tips. So the first is the manager should set clear and specific goals, yeah, the first, yeah, yeah, and then the managers conduct regular check-in, you said. And then the third is the manager should recognize and appreciate good performance, yeah. So celebrate successes with the teamwork, okay. And then the manager should also identify and address poor performance, yeah. If a team members are struggling to meet performance goals, or if there are gaps, yeah, in the skill or knowledge, offer coaching, right, and mentoring or training like this. And then the manager also should keep communication open and transparent, right? And then the manager should continuously monitor progress of goals, yeah. And the last is the manager should collect and analyze data to make informed decision. Okay, so this is the suggestion, yeah, how to manage the performance throughout the year. So this section can be derivative communicated to the manager having difficulty in managing performance. So okay, I think this evening discussion is good. Yeah, to get this short article about how to manage performance. Yeah, so how to make people and how to make performance. And I think we used to talk about this when we study human resource management, so that. Yeah, so it's not strange. So this topic is not strange. Yeah, so this topic is very familiar. Yeah, and then also discuss also what is managing performance. Yeah, and how to make performance. Right, and there's also the performance process. Right. Yeah, the first is set the goals. Yeah, set the expectation. Yeah, and then set the plans and monitor the expectations. Right, and then execute the expectation and then evaluate and reward. So that is the process of the performance management. Okay, so next day we will study in campus, right? We will have offline class. So I want to give, before we start discussion also, and the discussion will be led by Fadila, ya. Fadila Rizky Amelia, ya. In class, ya, Fadila, ya. Are you ready, Fadila? Hello, Fadila. Can you hear me? Oh. Hello, Fadila. Are you in there? Okay. She will hear, yeah, because I will give the record, yeah. And before we start our game, we start our discussion, I will give you the game, yeah, like dare and third game, yeah. So this game, I will give you two. If you so you must bring coins, yeah, from your house, yeah, bring coin, and yes, yeah, your friend will ask you to draw the coin, yeah. if the picture is shown, yeah, when you draw the coin and the picture is shown, it means that you get the threats, right? Threats. When you got the threat, so your friend will ask the theory of human resource management related to the discussion, right? Example, what is performance? This is the theory, right? Understand? This is the threat, yeah. But when you get the nominal, the value of the money, right? Understand? If you get the value of the money, maybe 100, 1,000, right? In the coin, yeah. So it means that you get there. So when you get there, your friend asks you to demonstrate something to do, right? For example, like this: if you're a manager, how do you meet the meeting? You must meet the meeting. You must lead the meeting. How do you lead the meeting if you're a manager? So it's the demonstration action, right? Demonstration. Yeah, there refers to the demonstration, and then threat refers to the theory of human resource management. Yeah, so in this case, it student also make two questions. One third question, understand? And one their question. Can you listen to do you listen to me? Understand? Do you understand this? Do you understand my explanation? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Understand, yeah? So
Yeah.
so next Thursday you must bring coin, yeah, from your house, yeah? Yeah, bring coin. Yeah, so there are two choice, challenge and option. The other option is only the theory, yeah? Receiving. So if you get threat, it means that your friend will ask you the theory of HRM, discuss, right? And then if you get that, you must do something. Your friend asks you to do something. Well, your friend asks you to sing a song about HRM. So, yeah, it is there. Ya, tantangan. Berarti tantangan bahasa ya. Right? Yeah. So you must every student must have two questions. One third question and one their question. So after we do this game, we start our discussion. Okay, Padilla, are you in now? Halo Padilla.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you lead the discussion next week, yeah?
Okay, sir.
Next week start at 1 o'clock, 1:15, yeah? Because I'm still on the way at 11:55, so right? And so 3 days before the lecture, you must post the question. But before we start our discussion, I will give you the game, their outside game. I will post the way of how to play the game in group, yeah? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, before we end this course, Kristen must give the closing comment. Okay, please from Ardian, please. What is your closing comment?
So in this chapter, we'll learn the definition, the step, and the importance of uh, for organization to managing performance throughout the year. That can be done annually, monthly, or even weekly. It is very important for organization to aware that it's very important for organization to implement a performance management because it will help organization to fixing, improve, and increase productivity, which all of this can boost company or organization to reach the objective that already been set. This chapter also taught that each step in managing performance play a huge role in performance improvement. For example, feedback can help motivate employee to perform better, and by the feedback, employee can feel value and appreciate in the organization. That's all for me. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Fadila Rizky Amelia, please. Halo Fadila. What is your closing comment, Fadila? Okay, maybe there's something wrong with the network maybe. Okay, Jakia, please. Jakia, please.
Sir.
Oh yeah, please, Fadila. Okay, please speak. Your closing comment. What is your closing comment for this discussion? No, not closing comment. Okay,
The comment, sir.
no comment. Okay, Jakia, please, Jakia.
Uh, So for today's, again, we are talking about the chapter 7 about managing performance throughout a year. So in this discussion, we discussed that managing performance is a continuous process which is very important for both employees and employers and the organization. We also learn about how to measure and manage the employees' performance, and then we learn how important feedbacks are, and then we learn about the wait for a moment. We learn about updating objective and working plans, and then the concept of performance management. So for today's discussion, it is very insightful because we learn how again managing performance is a continuous process, very important to the organization, and then we learn the importance of feedbacks, and I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay, Fatima Zara, what is your comment? Closing comment.
I don't think I have so many things that I will leave here, but my answer will be pretty much the same with Zakia. We learn how important this chapter are and how this chapter fill in the gap from our previous discussion, which is I think is really insightful and important. So thank you for Adele to bring this topic in a very delicate way that we can understand this way much more clear and easier. I think that's all from me. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Adele, what is your closing comment as a leader of the discussion?
Okay, so this discussion is going really well, and then also everyone is talk and answer actively in this discussion also. So in this discussion we already talked about the chapter 7 is managing performance throughout the year. So we already learned also about what is managing performance. We also learning about what is the most important concept of performance management, and then also we are talking about updating objective and work plans in managing performance. We also talking about like feedback is important in a company or in the organization or in the employees. And then also I think this discussion is really beneficial for us in the current situation or in the futures. I think that's all, sir.
Okay, and what is the next topic at chapter 8? What is the topic of chapter 8?
The topic is about managing performance, right, sir?
Chapter 8, chapter 8.
Oh, chapter 8. I'm not see it yet.
Okay, it's chapter 8. What is the chapter 8? What is chapter 8 about?
Conducting performance reviews.
Conducting, yeah. So planning, conducting, so that okay. Okay, I think that's all for this evening. Thank you very much for your coming. Okay, we see you later next Thursday in campus, yeah. So the discussion will be led by Adela, but don't forget to bring your points. So before our discussion, we will have a game, yeah. Third out their games, right? And you must prepare 2 questions, one their question and one third question. Okay. Okay, thank you this evening. See you later next week. Good night. You can leave the room, please.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.